since James Gunn is now trying to introduce a much younger version of Clark Kent. Henry Cavill is not a part of the DC universe anymore. Both Gunn and Cavill have confirmed this on social media as well. Not just that, but fans have come out with a bunch of actors they think should replace the actor, as well as a list of them that DC should avoid no matter what. Let's dive deeper into it, starting with Henry Cavill, Superman No More. After multiple years of us not being sure if the actor was even a part of the DCU, a surprise appearance in the post-credit scene of Black Adam hinted to audiences that he was back. It was also confirmed that the actor was returning after he announced on his Instagram he told fans that he was coming back as Superman, and further reports that the second Man of Steel was being made. But once DC Studios changed to Peter Safran and James Gunn as its co-CEOs, the actor's future as the character changed. And now, it's finally been confirmed by both the CEOs and the actor himself that he's not playing the character anymore. Not only did Gunn post on his social media that the franchise is instead focusing on a younger version of the character and thus has to recast, but the actor himself also shared the news on his social media. According to reports from THR, the co-CEO is writing a new movie for the character that will follow him while he's a reporter at the Daily Planet. Gunn has also posted on his social media that both co-CEOs have an entire slate of films ready to go that they're excited about, and that they're going to share more details about it at the start of 2023. Moving on to why Henry Cavill is not returning as Superman for Gunn's DCU. The decision not to have Cavill in the DCU as Superman comes after the actor has portrayed him for almost a decade. While his portrayal of the character did have a lot of support, many people did not like the version of the character introduced by Zack Snyder in The Man of Steel. Because of this, he was always a controversial character at the DCU center. Not just that, but it proved as a major reason why Warner Brothers was having such a hard time figuring out what they could do with him to get fans back to loving their biggest character. Ultimately, it doesn't come off as too big of a surprise as to why the co-CEOs wanted to start fresh, though the timing for this announcement certainly is still quite a surprise, especially since just a few months ago we saw him in the post-credit scene of Black Adam, hinting at a whole new era for Cavill's future at DC. However, that was under the previous CEO of the franchise, and Gunn has a different idea on how to add the character to the DCU. We should also note that there are reports that Jason Momoa might end his tenure as Aquaman, Wonder Woman 3 might get cancelled, and much more news. It's now more clear than ever that Gunn is trying to separate his work from the Snyderverse as much as possible. Lastly, what does James Gunn's Superman reboot mean for DC's future? Rebooting the character for the DCU is a clear sign of the intentions that Gunn has for the future of DC. Since he's returning to a younger version of Superman, he's making sure that the hero will be in tip-top shape and ready to be the center of the DCU in the future. Not just that, but it further confirms that the co-CEO is trying to reboot the entire franchise. However, he has previously teased other things the actor will do in the franchise, but Cavill's post on Instagram shows that he's not coming back. He says that his time to wear the cape is over. Because of this, the franchise's future could lead to the actor playing a different role as he watches the new actor take on the helm. Who are the worst and best choices to replace Henry Cavill? Coming up, a casting change. Whether the actor is finally leaving the role, he doesn't want to be remembered as the actor from the bad DC movies. Neither does he want the rest of his career revolving around that character. He could be looking into other options, or maybe it's a weird misunderstanding. But with all of that said, he can't possibly play the character forever. Admittedly, he's hardly had a chance at proving himself in the hero's shoes, and it seems like fans already have some opinions about who should replace him. We're all hoping he stays, but if he doesn't, let's talk about some actors that would make a worthy replacement. Next up, some good choices. One of the most loved choices among fans seems to be Armie Hammer, who was almost playing Batman in the film Justice League Mortal by George Miller, and was even in the running for Superman in Man of Steel. Cavill was the final choice, but maybe it's time to give Hammer a shot. He surely has the talent and looks, and he's already, at the very least, been up for 2 different hero roles. While yes, he hasn't been a part of any large-scale franchise, maybe he's just waiting for the right hero role to come by. Could this be his time? On the other hand, many fans have also favored Michael B. Jordan coming on as the new Superman. While recasting the hero with an actor from a different race would surely cause another outrage, but would also excite fans. But one thing is certain, he's got the acting skills for the role, and is at the height of his career. As a matter of fact, recent reports say that he's already one of the top choices to replace Cavill. He may be able to completely revamp the character, despite being a little aloof for the relatively warm and innocent character he might play. Moving on to some more good choices. While he might not be the first person we think of when we think of Superman, James Marsden would make a great one. The actor is best known known for his role in the X-Men films as Cyclops, and recently he's done a wonderful job playing in Westworld as the character Teddy Ford. Along with that, he has the talent and builds that would make him a perfect fit for the costume. He would be quite a recognizable choice, but not enough to take us out of the movie. Other than that, he's got the classic dashing all-American look and the charisma to go with it. We have proof of that in his role in Enchanted. If the franchise is looking for a new hero franchise after Cavill leaves and is trying to start young, Chris Hemsworth's brother, Liam Hemsworth, may just be the actor they need for that. He checks all of the boxes for the hero with his build, dark hair, and he's handsome, but his young age comes at both a plus and a minus, and it may be a while before most people take him seriously as Superman, but his age also allows the studio to work with him longer. Additionally, Sam Witwer. Witwer may be the most unheard of actor on this list, but he surely would make for a great Superman. Most of us would recognize him from the Star Wars universe as Starkiller from the Force Unleashed games, but the actor has also played in smaller roles, such as in Battlestar Galactica, Once Upon a Time, and guess what? Smallville. Much like Cavill during his casting as the character, Witwer is a somewhat unknown actor with almost no baggage to bring to the character. While Star Wars fans may need a minute for things to seem normal, he has the charisma and looks to take on the role. And now, some bad choices. While actors such as John Hamm may be popular among fans for playing both Superman and Batman, and understandably so since he's super likable, talented, and has the dark hair and strong jawline necessary for all superheroes. But he might not be the best Superman. He could no doubt pull it off, but his time playing on Mad Men as Don Draper makes us feel like his cool and intense aesthetic would go completely against the characters. He would make a great Batman. This is also a good thing, since Ben Affleck leaving the role seems imminent at this point, and the actor has said that he's interested in playing Batman. While Channing Tatum's name may be on the list of many fans for the new Superman. For some reason, sure, he may be funny and handsome, but none of his roles up until now have ever been similar to Superman's persona. It's pretty hard to separate the actor from his roles in films such as Logan Lucky and 21 Jump Street, and even harder to think of the hero as a goofball. That's not to say that he can't play more serious roles, but he's always much more charismatic when showing his brand of comedy. And finally, here are some more unlikely options. Charlie Hunnam may not have been able to make it big with any of his blockbuster roles, but he sure does have what it takes to fit the hero's mold. He's fit, handsome, and has the exterior that a hero needs. Despite that, the actor comes off more edgy and grizzled for a role as clean and idealistic as Superman. Is it possible that an actor can be too tough to play the character? Well, Hunnam certainly is, though the actor may be a much better fit for a character like Green Arrow, especially since he looks pretty much like the character without even trying. Like our previous candidate, Tom Hardy is once again an actor that's too rough to play the character. He's a super popular pick, but he prefers to play characters that are more odd and eccentric, unlike Superman's positive and uplifting persona. His part in Venom proves this even further. He may be one of the most talented actors out there, but he's not meant for a role so straightforward. His edge is iconic, and forcing him into a Superman costume could take that away. And with all that, that's a wrap for this video. What are your thoughts about the casting change? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see ya in the next one.